Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany and this is a channel all about cross stitch. Please like and subscribe down below so that way this video can find other people who like this content and so that way you can be notified every time I upload a video. This is the update for the month of June. I have Mr. Theo here with me. Guess we got a co-host today. You gonna be my co-host today instead of King Cam? Good boy. Anyways, it's been a not too bad month. Where's my, guess it helps if I pull this part out. It's not been too bad. I do have a finish, and this is what my book looks like this month of everything I've done. Is there really anything else to say? I don't know why this is there. It needs to be here. But yes, not too bad of a month. I should have cleared all this off before I started, but I didn't. Anyways, we'll get into my whips and then life update because I do not have any haul this month. I did not buy anything, although I did dye a bunch of fabrics. So I guess I could show you guys that after I'm done with my whips, so that way you guys can see those. I have an idea of what some things will go on some of them and no clue what will go on others. It's just sort of, I'm not sure yet, but I dyed a bunch of fabrics and there are actually 3 of them that somebody had requested me to make for them. So, hopefully I get to send those out today. I get to go down to the post office and see exactly how much shipping is, and then I can send those out to them. But anyways, let's get to my whips. So I have one finish, but I worked on pretty much, well, I guess 2 fancy men, and then the rest was all Bella Filipina. So that's what I worked on. Let's start with this one. Pick one and just go with it. This is, I'll open my book back up because, my gosh. Oh, and then I'm just clicking buttons left and right. This is the way my day is gonna go. There we go. Then I can see all my stuff. Okay. So this first one is Winter White Santa. And he got 3,533. And I don't know if I worked Winter White Santa. I did work on him last month for a whole 380 stitches. So I might have a picture from last month where you guys saw him. So if I do, here's the picture from last month. And I started him May 31st, which is of this year, so that's why he only has a couple stitches. But here he is now. This is what I've gotten done. And no back stitching in him yet, so he's a little plain. Just starting to get him in there. But lots of beading started. And there is Mr. Santa. I just had a sneezing session and I need to blow my nose. So, I'm going to blow my nose. And you guys won't see this, but I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, that's Fancy Man number 1 down. And here is Fancy Man number 2. And this is Shannon Christine Designs 2023 Nutcracker. Hopefully I can show this without getting all the glare. I think that works. And I started him, I don't have a card in here, so I'm going to have to do that. I started him this month, and it would have been on June 5th that I started him. And I figured I'd start this one because this month in July, because this is July 1st I'm filming this. I believe she's supposed to put out her 2024 Nutcracker. So I wanted to get the 2023 Nutcracker going, so that way I could probably get the 2024 Nutcracker going too, so that way, you know, hopefully I can have them both finished by Christmas. But here he is, and I think that's like halfway, if I remember right, or close to halfway. I can't really remember, but 4,305 stitches on him. So we got that far on him. That's the last fancy man. Okay. Pull out this one. And this is Bella Filipina Phoenix Queen. And I started this one March 21st of 2023. So not long after it came out. And I stitched 2,241 stitches on this one. And here's where you saw it last time. And here she is now. So I got all of this here stitched, and then all of this up here stitched. So, and all the back stitching and the beading is all finished in there. She's gonna look so cool against this fabric. Although she might blend in a little bit, but I'm not changing it now. And there's the first lady. Here is another lady. This is Bella Filipina Gaia, the Earth Goddess, and here's a picture of what she'll look like when she's finished. And here is a picture of where you saw her last time. Okay, so I started her March 30th of 2023. And, of course, I didn't even say that, but all of those ones you saw beforehand are all on 28 count. Stitched 2 over 2. Nutcracker is completely stitched 2 over 2. Santa and the Phoenix Queen is stitched 2 over 2, except for the scan is stitched 1 over 1. Anywho's a Cathedral. This is Gaia, the Earth Goddess. And here she is now. Getting down there into that lovely dress. So I stitched, if I remember right, somewhere from in here down. I'm getting all that finished up. Completely back stitched and beaded all the way at the top, and then like I said, her skin is stitched 1 over 1 and everything else is 2 over 2. She looks so pretty. I wish, you know what, I wish I would have done like the birds and 1 over 1 just to give them, because I think they're really pretty, and I wish they would sort of like her skin stands out because it's 1 over 1, and I feel like the birds deserve sort of like that sort of being differentiated from the girl, but Gaia, but too late. And I stitched 3,673 stitches on her. And that is that one. And then we have Maria Makiling. And this is what she will look like when she's finished. And this is the last time you saw her. So I started her March 16th of 2023. She's of course on a 28 count, hand dyed by me, stitched for everything with everything called for, and here's what she looks like now. I believe last time somewhere, like pretty much somewhere like right in here, all the way over is everything I stitched this time. So she's getting there. And I think all the back stitching is completed up top, but not all the beads. If you see, like, there's empty spaces here where beads need to go that aren't in there yet. And of course, stitch 202, skin 1/1. And I got 5,292 stitches in her this month. So she's good to go. Every once in a while, I will close. I did that twice. The last two, I closed. And I try not to. Because I know those of you who wear headphones are like, ow, my ears. Okay, this one is the one I finished. This is Aquila, Queen of the Skies. I started her April 15th of 2023, and I finished her June 13th of 2024. So she's finally finished. Here she is. All done. I finished her, I finished her, I finished her. And she is stitched on 28 count, 2/2, except for her skin. And I'll bring her up close here so you guys can see her. So that is Aquila, and I stitched 4,977 stitches on her to finish her. And she's all done. And it's time to, I think she's all done here. Yeah, those must be extra treasures. Made me panic there for a second. I heard a bead jiggle in that bag, and I thought, wait a minute, did I put all the treasures in? Yes, I did. But that is everything I stitched on this month. Oh, and then I closed that one. These are all the fabrics I've dyed this month. This one is actually going to a subscriber. I dyed it for her. And then this one, a soft pink. It looks pretty pink. These are all 28 count. I only stitch on 28 count. And then this one is sort of like a periwinkle color, but it wants to show up kind of gray instead of periwinkle. But it's definitely a periwinkle color. And that one also goes to a subscriber who asked me to make them dye them some fabric. And these I dyed all for myself because I had everything out, so I might as well get to dyeing, right? Alright, this one is a purple color. Looks pretty neat. This is purple. It looks like it's showing up purple on the screen, so hopefully it is. But there's the front, there's the back. So it is in fact purple. And then we have this one. Which is kind of like a brownie gold. And then this one, which is just a darker shade of that. Again, it's like a deep brown gold shade. And then we have this one, which is the poke your eye out red color. Think about sticking Persephone on this one. I think she will, because she's holding that red apple, I think she would pop. And then with like the black, and she's got a lot of white, I think it would look really cute against this. But we will see, because I don't have Persephone kitted up right now. And then this one is just a gray color. So pretty. I love dyeing my own fabrics. And then there's this one. I know this is going to sound weird, but I think Fairy Moon would be so pretty on this. But if I stitched around it, I would stitch it this way because the moon would be up in the corner. And that's the lighter part of the fabric, so I'd stitch it this way. But I think she would look good against this. Sort of has that like galaxy feel. And then there's this one. Which is like different shades of oranges and yellows and reds. Sort of reminds me of like fire, almost. And then there's this one. A couple different shades of blue. And then this one. I like this one. I don't know if I can get it close enough for you to see, like there's little specks of orange and blues and just throughout the whole thing. And I think it looks so cool. And then one final one, which is also sort of periwinkle, but it looks more purple. I think it's weird. The first one I show looks like gray, and then this one's like pulling purple. So that's not what it looks like. It is definitely a periwinkle color. And that is all the fabrics I dyed this month. Let me see if I can put these back. I can just set them there for now. Alright, as for life update. Not too much has happened this month. I think it was this month we did that. Hold on, let me look at something real quick. Because I didn't write it down on here, but I thought it was this month we did that. No, it was last month that we built the porch. It was last month that we built the porch. So, not this month. Anyways, Damon went to his ear doctor for another post-surgery checkup, and he has some sort of, where he had to make something bigger or whatever to hopefully prevent the tumor from growing back again. There's still swelling in that area, and something called granules, so he sent him home with drops and things like that for in his ear that we've got to do, and then he goes back in July to have that checked again, and hopefully everything there will be fine. That's always a long trip for us. It's 3 hours down, 3 hours back, so 6 hours total in a day of nothing but driving, and it can be insane. Really, honestly, not much has happened. Abby went to her knee doctor. He's pretty sure she's going to have, he went over her x-ray again, And the muscles that we have been trying to build back up on our side, hopefully hold that knee back. They're built pretty, they're pretty well built at this point, but not like, they're there now and they should be holding that knee in place. But when she goes and she bends her knee, that kneecap is still trying to pull out to the outside of her leg. And he said he double checked her MRI and compared it with her other knee that's never had any injury at all. And this knee, unfortunately, on that side of her body, it's the groove that your kneecap slides into is shallow. And she was just born that way. And then on top of that, she was born with her kneecap sitting up a little higher than the average person. And so those two things make it more common that her kneecap will dislocate. And then he thinks, because he thinks the tendons on the outside of her leg are just extremely tight, so it's also really trying to pull that kneecap to the outside, and said that he wants to wait until September to continue to go through physical therapy and do lots of extra workouts here at home, because her muscles they're okay in that leg now, but they're not super built up in strength. And he said before he does surgery, he wants her to have like an excess of muscle, because the more muscle and tone and everything she has, the faster her recovery will be. And she's already been down for almost a year now. So he said, if we don't have any other option but surgery, then he wants those muscles built up as much as possible to keep going, and hopefully get those muscles built up significantly, so that way when it comes time to surgery, she'll hopefully be able to move from, crutches onto, essentially she'd have to start all over again with all the braces she had. She'd go with the straight leg brace, and then the brace again where it'd be clicked, so that way she could slowly move her leg again, and then into the brace she's in now, and things like that. But just so that way she can move quickly through it, to maybe only have to be, a couple weeks on this brace and a couple weeks on this brace, and then hopefully be in the final brace again. And she can, heal quickly and get through all this as soon as possible. But we don't see him again until September, because he said there's not really, we were originally going every single month to go and see him, and he said, there's, at this point, there's, like, everything we're doing is what we need to be doing. There's no point of continuing to go back down to him every month and him just tell us the same things, and just said, I will see you in September, and he'll reevaluate everything at that point and see how it's going. So that's what's going on with Damon. That's what's going on with Abby. And as for Miss Lydia, she's really just been playing games with her friends online. I'm not going to mention which game she plays, but it's all monitored, and these are actual friends she has from school, and we created them like a little group to be able to play certain games together, so that way they can all talk and hang out during the summer. She's been playing a lot with friends outside and having fun that way and things like that. She's just been having fun and enjoying her summer break. I don't really think I have anything else to say besides that. So, except for, I didn't tell you guys the stats. I need this one. Okay, so this month I stitched 24,021 stitches. And then for the year, I've stitched 109,788 stitches. So, it's quite a lot. That's more than I thought I would do in a year, but it makes sense. I stitch pretty much every day, unless something is going on, or I have a migraine. But I think that's all I've got to tell you guys this month. So thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I always appreciate you guys watching and commenting. Tell me about what you're working on down below if you've got this far. And I'll see you guys next month. Bye.